this is Kevin Bretting, Fitness Coordinator for the University of Wyoming Campus Recreation. Thanks for tuning in to another Office Wellness Movement Break. Today we're going to talk about balance on one leg again, but we're also going to get some specific core recruitment and core activation. If we're seated a lot, your stomach is basically turned off from a musculature standpoint, and our posture starts to get in this rounded position. So to correct that, to remind our muscles that they should be turning on and turning off and moving around, our trunk musculature predominantly stabilizes ourselves, and if we spend too long in this posture, all that stuff turns off. So I want to talk to it again. I want to communicate with our core and with our feet and with our legs to help us remind ourselves of what our body should be doing. So I'm going to have a big wide foot on the ground as my base of support. And if you need your desk or a chair or something, you can certainly use that as a balance assist. But if you don't need it, here's the task is to drive your free leg up and push down with that same side hand. And I'm going to push those two things in opposite directions pretty hard and exhale through the duration of the push. And then I can put that foot down as a reset, take an inhale breath, and then exhale as I push against myself. And I have this free hand on my stomach, and that helps remind myself as a cue. I want this stuff to turn on. It should get soft, and then when I push, all that should turn on quite a bit. If I try to dig my fingers underneath my ribs, I'm able to when my stomach is turned off, and we want that, but we also want to be able to turn it on when we need to. When I push, I can't get my fingers under there anymore, and that's a great little self-cue. So if I were to attach this to a breath, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in on the reset, breathe out on the push. We do both legs 4 to 5 breaths per leg would be great, and then that would get that single leg some demand to it. If I switch feet, just to give myself a break, the next version is going to be to come across body. Now I'm going to push to the medial side of this leg, and I'm going to resist myself from those opposing directions. Same breath principle, and your core should fire when you do that. Reset, let it turn off, and then turn it back on. To show you a profile of all those tasks, I'm trying to stay pretty tall in all of those, whether I'm pushing on the same side or whether I'm pushing across body. The rest of my trunk should be pretty neutral. I'm not trying to round into any of those shapes. So 4 to 6 breaths per leg, per direction. That should be a nice movement break. Thanks for tuning in.